Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Paralegal Certificate Course Informational Webinar from CLS by BARBRI. We'll get started here in just a moment to allow everyone time to join us. Our webinar today will start with a presentation from Stephanie Elio from CLS, and following that, we'll be here for about 10 minutes to answer your questions live. So please be sure to put your questions as you have them in the Q&A feature below, and either one of our enrollment counselors working in the background here will answer you directly, or we'll address it during the live Q&A. And if we don't get to your question, don't worry, we'll give you all of our contact information for you to reach out to us after the webinar. With that, I'm going to introduce Stephanie, who will get our presentation started today. Take it away, Stephanie.
Thanks, Emily, and welcome to all of you. We do appreciate you taking this time to join us. We're going to take a quick look at the agenda so you know what we plan to cover today. Some really quick ground rules. Everyone took time out of their day to be here to learn about this particular course, Paralegal Certificate course. We do have some of our enrollment counselors that are working in the background today to answer questions during the presentation in the chat. If you do submit a question, which we absolutely welcome you to, please make your questions kind and relevant. Anything that causes any disruption, you may be asked to leave, and we'd hate to do that. We're going to talk about exactly who CLS by BARBRI is. We will take a deeper dive into the different learning formats, the online, flex, live lecture, talk about what makes it a good fit for you. Of course, the course content, grading, time commitments, that kind of thing, how students feel about our courses. We'll look at an overview, which includes the learning outcomes, how it's set up with interactive assessments, what you can do after completing this with advanced courses, digital badging, and then the actual industry and where you can work, what the earning potential may be, and some upcoming areas of focus. The enrollment process, which includes an overview of how we work with accredited college and university partners, and of course, the costs and materials. And like Emily said, we will dive into some live Q&A at the end of this formal presentation. So let's go ahead and dig right in. CLS was formerly known as the Center for Legal Studies. We were actually founded in 1980, and as of the last couple of years, we are very proud to be a part of BARBRI Global. BARBRI is the world leader in distance learning, training, and education, legal education specifically, and certifications. Why would you want to take one of our courses? They are the most affordable on the market. They are flexible in terms of different formats, the online, flex, live lecture. All of our instructors that we employ are licensed attorneys. They've got a minimum of 10 years experience. They are still currently working in the field. So they're absolutely up to date on all the content that you would be learning. And they've got that experience to boot. If they're not a licensed attorney, then they would be a high-ranking paralegal, which again would have that 10 years experience. All professionals. And just icing on the cake, they've all got teaching experience on top. So you couldn't be learning from a better group of folks. We offer many different courses. So today we're just going to be talking about the Paralegal Certificate course. But if you have interest in some other areas, things like legal nurse consulting, legal investigation, a more entry-level position, legal secretary. We also have a full catalog of programs which can be found on our website. That address is www.legalstudies.com. If you have questions after this presentation, or you visited our website and you still have additional questions, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., we have enrollment counselors that are happy to speak with you. At the end of this presentation, we will put up the direct phone number and email address for you to reach them if you'd like. CLS trains more students than any other legal education provider in the country. We always have and continue to always do. We specialize in training paralegals. So if that is what you want to be doing, you're absolutely in the right place. All of our content, all the training modules, they are continually updated and they are designed to remain on pace with the current industry. The most popular format is our traditional online course. We have 6 sessions per year. So new ones start every 8 weeks. The next online session actually begins on October 17th. So just a couple of weeks away. The way our traditional online works is it is an asynchronous virtual classroom. Basically what that means is you'll have 24/7 access to our online portal. It's all held on our servers, so you don't need any special software or any special computers. Simple internet access will suffice. 24/7 access, but it's instructor led. You are never required to be logged on at any particular time of day or day of the week. So what that means is your instructor will basically post what your written and reading assignments are on Monday morning. Deadlines are typically Sunday night, so the end of the week. You manage your own schedule. We do have discussion forums and built-in email tools for easy communication with your instructor and classmates. So the traditional online format has the flexibility you may be seeking, but maintains the connectivity with your instructor and classmates. We cap these classes out at about 35-40 students max to keep the student-teacher ratio low, but still you'll have enough connectivity to have that one-on-one interaction. You can always set up appointments with your instructor. They'll post those weekly assignment deadlines to help you stay on track. And it is a 14-week training delivered over 2 7-week sessions. As I stated, the next opportunity begins October 17th. If you were to start your paralegal certificate with that group, you would be finished the beginning of February. So I do want to let all students know that intend to begin in October. You would do 7 weeks from October 17th to December 2nd. We take a nice long holiday break and you'd start up again in January for your second 7 weeks. We also have an online flex format. Now, the biggest difference between the traditional online and the flex is when you start. With traditional online, you are in a class. So you start on a specific date, you end on a specific date. With flex format, you can start whenever you want to. You are in a class by yourself. So you still have the same access to the online portal. It is still instructor led, but you start whatever day you want to, and you are able to work at your own pace. Students are given 6 months to complete the entire program, and your clock starts ticking the day that you register. Students can move faster or slower than that traditional 14-week online course. And you do still have the option of interacting with an instructor. But again, you do move at your own pace. You can start and enroll today, and you could have your materials and access same day or next day. As soon as you get your books, you're ready to go. Our third format that's available to students is our live lecture. If you're looking for more interaction with classmates, with your instructor, then the live lecture may be the format for you. This course is 8 to 12 weeks, depending on which school you would go through, and you're actually attending live via Zoom from the safety, comfort of your own home, but you would be required to be logged in to Zoom classroom at a specific time of day and day of the week. You don't have to drive anywhere. You could absolutely save gas. But if you're looking for that more interaction and your schedule permits for you to be live online at a certain time of day or day of the week, then you can certainly do that. One thing I want to say about all three formats, the tuition rate and the curriculum, the actual training that you will receive in these courses is identical. So you're going to pay the same, you're going to learn the exact same things. The difference between traditional online, flex online, or live lecture is simply the delivery method. So whichever one is the best fit for you to earn your paralegal certificate, we have a solution. This is a nice chart that can be found on our website, or one of our enrollment counselors can actually email it to you if you would like your own copy to be able to zoom in and read this very clearly. We do compare the differences between the formats for the schedule itself, your time commitment, the instructor communication, all of these other highlights about the course itself. You'll notice that most of these formats are going to accommodate everything you need as far as earning the digital badge, providing you that job-ready training, which means upon completion of this program, you are ready to go to work. The connectivity is entirely up to you. You'll see there the cost and the textbooks are the same. As far as your time commitment and how this course is graded, at CLS, we require students have a 70% or better on every single assignment that they do. So 70% is your minimum passing score on all tests, quizzes, assignments, period. So what does that mean if you score lower than 70? You're going to end up doing that assignment over, because there is no cumulative grading at CLS. We're preparing you to go to work in the real world, which means we want you to be good at everything you're going to learn in this program. So you can't do really well on some assignments and poorly on others and have them average out. No. Here, you need to be proficient when you complete to earn your certificate, and you will be. If something scores lower, your instructor is going to help you identify where you got off track, what went wrong. You'll have an opportunity to restudy that, to relearn it, and redo that particular assignment to achieve that higher score. Your instructor is there to help you. Our goal is for you to be successful in taking the program, completing it, earning your certificate, and going out in the world to use those skills immediately. These courses are designed for busy adult learners. Our students have got a ton of things going on, whether it's a full-time job, maybe other courses. We have students that are in full degree programs, but adding this to it. Students with kids underfoot, spouses that need attention, aging parents they're caring for, lots of different things. And we understand that, which, if your life is incredibly busy, that flex format or the traditional online where you're not required to be sitting in front of your computer at a specific time may be a little more attractive to you. If you do have the time, I can work it into your schedule. Live lecture, you can be done in 8 weeks, which is pretty quick, and then you're ready to go to work. Whichever one is the best for you, we can absolutely provide. In addition to the instructor support and the connectivity with your classmates, we do provide administrative and technical support throughout your entire program for all students. There are several opportunities for you to get some insight from students that have already done this. We recently just did another alumni survey where 95% of our students have told us that our courses are more flexible than other programs, that the curriculum and the training they've received is in line with the current industry, and they are very willing to recommend CLS to their friends. Not only that, but they would like to return for additional training. We have a full YouTube channel, which you'll see at the end of this presentation. We have a video there that you can see. Our enrollment counselors can also send you a clip of some testimonials, and there's a page of testimonials on our website. They are all written by current, recent students that just a couple of months ago were sitting in the same spot you are now, trying to decide if this is a program for them and when are they ready to start. As far as a little bit about the course overview, on our website at legalstudies.com, you can actually see a full syllabus for every course we offer, including the paralegal certificate course. It will spell out in black and white all the learning objectives. We show and tell you what we are going to teach you before you ever register. Again, we want this to be a good fit for you. So included in the paralegal certificate course, you will learn legal research skills. We utilize Westlaw, legal writing, civil procedure, ethics, an element in every course we teach. Legal citation evidence, torts, contracts, all included in the paralegal certificate course. If you'd like a more in-depth overview of the content of the course, please review that syllabus. If you don't know how to find it, you can always reach out to one of our counselors and they'll be happy to help you navigate to it, or simply email you a link and make it very easy for you. Included in the online deliveries, so that would be our traditional online and our online flex formats. There are recorded video lectures. There are also formative assessments for self-assessment without being graded. Basically, what that means is we have built a bunch of puzzles and games and flashcard exercises into that program so that you can test your knowledge, see where you're at as far as retention and application of these concepts before you take the test, before you do the quiz. Let's go ahead on to the next slide. Advanced paralegal certificate topics. All right, so we do teach nationwide. As you may already be aware, we work with well over 150 accredited colleges and universities nationwide. And our students come not only from all across the United States, we even have international students that take our courses. In two particular states, California and New Mexico, there are some extra requirements that you would need to complete in order to work as a paralegal. California in particular requires that you have additional training to work as a paralegal. We're going to talk about this briefly now and then again in the next slide. But for now, our advanced paralegal certificate completion of that program will put our California students in compliance with those special regs. Now, for everyone else that completes a paralegal certificate course, you are job ready upon completion of that program. In order to make yourself more marketable, in order to continue training, be more valuable to your employer, get that next promotion, be more transferable between different industries, different types of law firms, you may want to continue your training. For a lot of our students, once they complete the paralegal certificate, they're not ready to stop learning. They are so engaged and so vested in that, loved what they learned, they want to keep going. So we do have an advanced program that is comprised of 16 specialty areas of law. In order to earn the full advanced certificate, you would take 6 out of the 15. About 10 minutes ago, I mentioned to you that our online schedule is divided out into 6 7-week sessions per year. Each one of these classes is a 7-week class, and they are all available every single session. So each one of these is available 6 times per year. We allow students to take them 1, 2, or 3 at a time in a single 7-week session. So if you were a California student and you needed to complete the advanced course and get 6 of them done, you really could do 3 plus 3, and you're done in an additional 14 weeks. If you want to take just 1 or 2 or 3, you can take them at any time you like. And just with the session start dates, those are highly visible on our website. And upon completion, you would earn a badge, which we'll talk about in a few moments. So you would have documentation upon completion of any program that you take with us. Each one of these topics literally builds on the knowledge that you get in the paralegal certificate. So the paralegal course is going to build your foundation. Every single one of these topics allows you to build on top of that and learn specialty information about a specific topic, for instance, family law, immigration law, criminal law, etc. And there are students all the time that choose to take them all. They will make themselves extremely well-rounded. And, you know, that old saying, the more knowledge you have, the more valuable you are. We can provide you with a wealth of training to help you achieve that goal. So to recap, the way to earn the advanced certificate as a whole would be 6 out of the 16 topics. You can take them 1, 2, or 3 at a time, but you would need to do 6. You could even slow it down and take them 1 at a time if you choose. That would put a student in compliance with the California Business and Professions Code 6450. Other parts of the country do not have that requirement, so you would not need to take them. It would strictly be by choice. I have been here for almost 15 years, and I can tell you that about 50% of our paralegal students voluntarily choose to take advanced topics to supplement their core training. So it's very possible something that you want to look into. I mentioned a moment ago about badging. So if you choose to take 1 or 2 topics or something like that, you're not going to earn the full certificate at that point in time, but you would earn a badge. So badges are pretty awesome. A badge is something, it's a digital item that you can add to your LinkedIn profile, to your digital resume. It will not only show a prospective employer that you completed a training from XYZ date to this date, but they can drill down into it and see exactly what skills you were trained to have during that program. And really, you know, at the end of the day, they're not hiring you because you have a piece of paper. They're hiring you because you have developed the skills and the training they need for you to be able to do the job. Once you've gotten into that portion of the badge, you can also go another step deeper, and there are employment opportunities within the Credly Badge Network. So that's a step for you as well to investigate. You can explore all of these things on our website. We've got a video, and that's another thing that our enrollment counselors would be happy to dig in deeper with you. Where can you work? So at this point, hypothetically, you've earned your paralegal certificate and you're ready to go out in the world. You know, almost every industry hires paralegals. Everybody knows they work in law firms. That's a given. But they also work in the real estate industry, state and government agencies, county agencies. Every corporation has a legal department. They hire paralegals. So do insurance companies, banking industry, finance, private enterprise, people that own their own companies and want to do some of their own legal work. There are legal document preparers. The list goes on, and there are hundreds of different job titles that this skill set would lend itself to. So paralegal honestly is one of the most transferable skill sets that you can get. By completing this course, you're going to stand out from the competition because you'll have that certificate of completion and you're showing that you've advanced your education. That's something employers also look for, is that you just didn't stop at that degree or certain point, but you continued to learn new and relevant skills to keep yourself current. Post-pandemic, working from home and the demand for virtual paralegals is bigger than ever. 3 years back, not very common for people to be working from home in a paralegal capacity. Today, all over the place. It is something that you can do with today's technology, and employers are more and more receptive to allowing people to work from home. So this is something that you could also look at as a benefit to this skill set, with the multitude of industries that you can work in and the almost limitless job titles that you could apply for. Working from home just may be the extra step that makes this fit for you. How much can you make? Pretty simple, and a question that most people are going to ask. The U.S. Department of Labor estimates a 12% growth between now and 2030. That is faster than the national average for most other industries. The median salary, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics right now, is a little over $56,000. That is for a standard law firm paralegal. Now, keep in mind, cost of living, that is a median salary. Where the cost of living is higher, New York City, LA, Atlanta, may very well be considerably higher than that. Where cost of living is lower, if you're, out in the middle of Iowa or Utah, somewhere that's not as densely populated, it may be a little lower. And by industry, it may range a bit as well. Federal government jobs being the highest, state education hospitals being on the lower end. How do you actually enroll for the course? So one of the first things that you would need to do is select one of our college or university partners to designate to take your course through. CLS by BARBRI is going to be teaching you. Those attorneys and high-ranking paralegals I mentioned at the beginning of this presentation, that's who's teaching you. You designate a school upon registration because that is who will issue your certificate upon completion. We work in educational partnership with college and universities. Every single school is an accredited institution, and they will be issuing your certificate. So you're getting the best of both. Like I mentioned earlier, we work with almost 150 schools. It is highly likely that we have one in your neck of the woods, and that's always our recommendation. If we do have a school where you live, if you intend to continue living there, that is where you plan to work, that is the logical choice of school for you to select. Everything that you need to do can actually be done on our website, legalstudies.com. You can choose a school, you can register for your class, you can buy your books, you can set up your Westlaw legal research access, you can utilize our payment plans. The tuition for the paralegal certificate course, regardless of which format you select, whether it be the traditional online, the online flex, the live lecture, is $1,895. There are required textbooks for this program. They are not included in tuition, and they are going to run about $400. We do have some ebooks, and we do have a full service bookstore on our website. We don't require that you buy your books from us, but we do carry some very competitive pricing, and we can guarantee to get you the right book with the right edition and drop ship them all to your home in time for your course. So if you choose to get your book somewhere else, it's my advice to you, you look carefully at that ISBN number, make sure that you get the right edition. That is critical because your instructor is going to be referring to the books constantly. And every time a publisher redoes a book, they change the page numbers. You don't want to be lost. The Westlaw access, huge advantage for our program. It will be sufficient access into the Westlaw system while we train you how to use it. That's a huge skill for a paralegal, the ability to be able to perform professional legal research. The retail value of that $89 subscription in a pay-per-click environment, what law firms actually pay for their employees, is well over $3 grand. When you can put on your resume that you have been trained to use Westlaw, an employer's eyes are going to light up and they're going to be thrilled to death that you're not going to learn on their dime. Coming with that skill is extremely advantageous to a new employer. Payment options that we have available include Affirm. You can break up the books, tuition, and your Westlaw, that whole lump sum, into anywhere between 3 and 18-month payment plans. We also do several versions of PayPal. You can do PayPal credit or PayPal pay in 4. We do have some other payment options that vary by partner school. If you're interested in exploring those, you can certainly speak with our enrollment counselors. And again, they are available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. And I believe the next slide is going to give you maybe the one after this. First, let's talk about the current discount available. We do have some live lecture classes coming up nationwide that start on the 26th of August, so that's just under a week away. And we have been running this campaign for a while, so if you've gotten some emails from us previously, you may already be aware. But between now and Friday, this coupon will expire midnight Friday, 10% off the live lecture course. And those courses are scheduled to begin the following Monday, Tuesday in that week. If you have any questions about how to use that, if this isn't clear, you would just put live 10 when you check out and it'll automatically pull the 10% off. But if you need any assistance, call our enrollment counselors. And this time, I think we're going to click the slide and get their phone number. There we go. To reach our counselors, you would call 1-800-522-7737. If you prefer, you can always send us an email to info, that's INFO, @legalstudies.com, or just visit our website directly and take care of whatever you need, and that is legalstudies.com.
All right, thank you, Stephanie. So as we said, we're going to answer some of your questions here live. If you have one, please put it in the Q&A feature. And again, our enrollment counselors working in the background will try to respond directly, or we'll respond live during the webinar. And don't worry, we'll put back up our contact information at the end. You can find it on our website at legalstudies.com if we are not able to get to your question. First couple questions, popular questions that I want to cover first are people wanting to find our partner schools and where they find all the various formats. The best way I would recommend to do that, to navigate around, is just go to legalstudies.com and right on our homepage in that header section, in that top big banner, you'll see a find a course little module where you can select the course. So in this case, paralegal certificate course. And then from there, if you want to drill down and find out which schools offer a live lecture, you can select that format. Online, you can select that. Or if you're even not sure, you can skip that and just select your state. We do recommend selecting a school close to you geographically. And then you can search from there to find courses based on what you filtered out. If you do just want to see all of the partner schools that we have, at the top of the page, you'll see an About CLS section. And then about halfway down, you'll see a partner schools page. If you click on that, you can see all of our partner schools, either across the map at the top for visual reference or all listed below. Just keep in mind that not every partner school offers every format. So if you're very specific about a format you want, keep an eye out for that. Additionally, if you want to dive into even more of the syllabus information, I know Stephanie gave you an overview. You can see the syllabi for every course CLS offers and for each format. So although you're learning the same content in each format, it's a little bit different organized based on how the format is delivered. So you can click on About CLS, go to our syllabi page, and find the syllabus for every course we offer and every format if you want to dive in a little bit further into what you'll be learning in the course. With that, I think our next question was, Stephanie, can you explain, maybe kind of run down the formats one more time and explain when each of those formats start?
Sure. The traditional online has 6 different start dates per year. The next one is October 17th. And the one after that will be January, and then March, etc. That program takes 14 weeks to complete, and it's delivered over 2 7-week sessions. The online flex format, you can start any day that you want to, anytime, start anytime, and you get 6 months to complete the course, and your clock starts ticking the day you register. The live lecture, we only offer a couple times per year, and the next classes are starting September 26th, straight away.
Great, thank you. And can you clarify, is there any educational or legal background that somebody needs to take the paralegal certificate course?
There is not. Our courses are designed for both a novice, someone that has no legal background, or someone that is working in the field already. So the minimum requirement to take this course or any course we offer is going to be 18 years of age. You need to be an adult and have a high school diploma or GED. And we don't say that because we expect you to go dig up your high school diploma from your basement and prove it to us. We say it because the courses are taught on a college level. We want you to be successful. So you need to come to the party with college level reading and writing skills. And once you've got that, you're good to go.
Great, thank you. And obviously you went over the tuition pricing and that is comprehensive. Does that cover both sections of the traditional online course, the 2 7-week sessions?
It does. The $1,895 is full tuition for the course, regardless of in which format it's delivered. So traditional online, if you're doing the 14 weeks with 2 7-week deliveries, $1,895 pays for both. If you're doing the flex, the $1,895 pays for the full 6 months. Even if you finish early, it's still $1,895. If you do the live lecture delivered in either 8 or 12 weeks, $1,895 is going to cover it from A to Z.
Great, thank you. And we have a couple of similar questions, people asking if this is something good to take if maybe down the road they want to become an attorney, or even if they work in business. Is this a course that they can take to learn some legal business skills?
Absolutely. There is no better stepping stone than being a paralegal prior to going to law school, or law school is expensive, so paralegals make pretty good money, and that can help you pay for law school. Not only would you be working in the field that you intend to land in down the road, but you would be networking, and eventually as an attorney, you would be supervising paralegals. So I think it's always better to have experience doing something before you're telling other people to do it. And, we have people that walk both paths, that take their paralegal training and that is their career, and they love it for their entire career as a paralegal. There are others that will choose to work as a paralegal, proceed on to law school, and become an attorney down the road. So either way, absolutely doable, and the choice is up to you.
Thank you. We had a couple people asking about the live lecture discount code again. So that is code LIVE10, and you just enter that in the promo code section at checkout on legalstudies.com. And we'll be sure another email will be going out about that. So just look out in your email inbox if you would like a reminder.
And just to tag on to Emily there, that code is only available for the live lecture format. That discount is not available for the traditional or flex online formats.
Thank you. We did get a couple questions about the advanced course a little bit more. Can you briefly talk about what the cost of that is and when someone would be able to take that?
Sure. For the advanced program, there is a prerequisite that you have the core training. So you would need your paralegal certificate first, because as I mentioned, they build on the skills and knowledge you gain in the first program. So it's like you can't build a second floor of a house without having the first floor in first. So get your foundation, that prerequisite exists. And then as far as cost on the advanced program, they are $550 per topic. And we do have a bundled rate of $3,000 if you choose to take 6 at a time, which is, 3 plus 3. You can't do all 6 at one time. But if you want to register for 6 and the full program, you can save $300.
Great, thank you, Stephanie. I think we have time for maybe a couple of more questions. We got one question about the online flex course, actually a couple of similar questions, basically asking how to stay on track. Stephanie, I'd love any advice you have for them. I know we have our syllabus online and you can kind of self-pace yourself with that to help stay on track. But Stephanie, do you have any other tips, advice, how fast or slow someone can take that course?
The system really does schedule it out for you, our online delivery system. There are weekly assignments that are posted on Monday, deadlines typically Sunday night. So that will help you stay on track. If you find that you're getting snowballed and something derails you, a crisis occurs in your life or something like that, and you need some extra time, you'll reach out to our support team. They will work with you. They will help you get back on track. And if something's occurring, you may be overthinking something. It's entirely possible. So you want to communicate with your instructor. They will help to keep you on track. Some students choose to form study groups, online study groups. You can do that as well, and help to keep each other motivated. The average time spent on the course is anywhere from 8 to 12 weeks. The success rate and completion rate of this program is well over 80%, and it's doable. It's tough, it's worth it, but it's doable. This is not a fluffy program. You will work hard. And the reason is because when you get out there after earning the certificate, we need you to be a darn good paralegal, and you will be. You'll be fully trained, you'll be ready to go, and all the hours that you put in learning and developing these skills will be worth it.
Great, thank you, Stephanie. So with that, we're going to close out our webinar here. Thank you to everyone for attending today. If you have any further questions we did not get to, our contact information is back up on the screen, so you can contact our enrollment counselors. They'll be available right after this. And as Stephanie said, from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Central, Monday through Friday. We will be sending out the video recording of this webinar if you would like to watch it back. So look out for that in your email inbox by tomorrow. As Stephanie mentioned, we also have a whole library of videos on our YouTube channel, including past recorded webinars about the paralegal course and all of the other courses CLS offers. We even have a dedicated FAQ video all about the paralegal certificate course. It's a little shorter, about 7 minutes, that really dives into the most common questions we get. And we're able to get into a little more detail on those than we may have been able to here. We also recently interviewed 2 past paralegal students who took the course from us. One is taking the advanced course from us right now. So if you'd like to hear directly from a student and what their experience was like, or watch any of those other videos, you can find them at youtube.com/CLS by BARBRI. Thank you again for attending today. Our next traditional online session begins on Monday, October 17th. But as mentioned, you can enroll in the course today and complete at your own pace with our online flex format. Or you can enroll today for a live lecture that starts next week, and you get that 10% discount if you enroll by Friday. We hope you have a great day, and a special thank you to Stephanie for your time today.
Thank you all. We hope to see you in class soon.